philosophy. It's blood, sweat, and tears that sacrifice what I got in me. It's me against the world, so number one's what I gotta be. I swear that I just gotta be king, that is my prophecy. I feel like there's a God in me, monsters can't even conquer me. Ready for war, constantly label me as a prodigy. Never been modest, honestly, come at me, what you got for me? I'm not lucky, I'm proving myself, I'm passing the test. See, I'll pass on the rest, so I can pass on the rest. There ain't no competition in this conversation, I guess. So you can never defeat me, I'm making autos look easy. I know this industry need me, I knock you out, leave you bleeding. I'm the greatest human being alive, don't gotta try. And if you step into me, say your final goodbyes, cause number one, that's forever. Defeating you is my pleasure. Who's stepping up on a center? Who's better, stronger, more clever? Who think they better than me? I'll say it twice, so remember. Dismembered, left in the ring. Better at everything. I'm a king's champion. It's my job is to win. And to the marks and the critics, pucker up, kiss my ring. MJF in the building. I'm better at everything. Remember,
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Boy. All right, you guys can hear me loud and clear. I see it on my stream. What's up, ladies and gents? Let's turn the light up a bit here. There we go. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys had a hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving. Hope everything went well for you. The works. Wow. Where do I begin? So for the rest of the panel, they'll be here, I guess, momentarily. Some will peek in and out. So for a good chunk of this, I'm going to hit you with the old school approach. For example, for a good chunk of this, I'm gonna just go ahead and speak my mind, man, because a lot of people claim I lost my nerve. I ain't gonna do it. Well, no, it's not that I haven't lost my nerve. It's the fact that I'm bored out of my mind for some of these topics. One of the biggest topics that's been going around, and I talked about this with the guys. I talked about this with you all. I gave you guys my take on it. I said, I even broke down how beneficial it could be towards Xbox if they do get this and this goes through. You know, how it could benefit them and help them, even with the whole Game Pass thing. I had people calling me psychotic. I had people saying, oh, you're an Xbot in disguise. You know, the typical 3-year-old response from dudes who don't game. Anyway, even after putting it to paper and explaining it to the T with the guys, we explained this so many times and how this could go, how this could work, how this could benefit them. We also talked about the reality if it doesn't go through and where we're standing at and the foundations that they have if this doesn't go through and this deal falls flat on its face. It's about to be 2023. We're about to get Callisto Protocol next month. We just got the release of God of War, right? I want somebody in the chat to tell me what was the last major Xbox game that came out that you guys cared about, that was meaningful, and actually got people buzzing. You see, there's so much going on right now. Now, granted, I'm not saying this out of spite or anything. It's just I'm going based on what I've seen. Seriously, I'm going off of what I have seen and what I've heard. What up, Struggle? He says Scalebound. What up? There's so much going on here. Now, this isn't going to be me throwing shade. It's just going to be calling out the facts here. Because dudes are going to the extreme of saying, hey, I'm not watching the Game Awards for the bajillionth time. I'm not watching the Game Awards. The Game Awards is bought. It's corrupt. Nobody supports games, right? This isn't for us. This is for the gamer. And I'm sitting here again. So I asked this question. When was the last game that came out that was meaningful? Nobody's talking about Pentiment as a Game of the Year contender. Nobody's talking about Forza as a Game of the Year contender. Why is that? Maybe because Forza is a racing sim, and we've seen this racing sim multiple times. It ain't it. Pentiment had potential. It's good. I'm hearing good things about it. But is that it? No. The problem with Microsoft, and I've said this on multiple Xbox-centric shows. What's up, everybody? What's up? But I've said this on multiple Xbox-centric shows before I took a break and gathered my thoughts outside of YouTube content creation. But I've said this multiple times. The issue isn't what we got now. The issue is the direction that we're seeing here. There is no real thought going into really their approach. Most of the stuff that we've seen here is stuff that can just pass, which many people are calling it. They're calling it Game Pass fodder. Now, I'm not going to sit here and throw devs on the butt down. That's not what I do. But there hasn't been a meaningful Xbox game that has dropped on that platform. There hasn't been nothing. And it's okay for me to say that. I'm someone who's very fair here. I can say it to your face. It's the truth. There hasn't been anything worthwhile to jump out your seat over. God of War went through so many ridiculous claims before we got the official gameplay and reveal. Dudes for the longest time called it DLC, right? Imagine that. Everybody's been calling God of War DLC. All the dudes who all of a sudden want to have this kumbaya type of vibe where the main dudes on the battlefield, I guess you can say. If you want to call it a battlefield, I call it a cringe field. But you had these dudes on social media saying God of War Ragnarok is DLC. It ain't worth 70. And yet God of War Ragnarok is bringing more emotion, has more people excited, more people talking about the future, and hyping up PlayStation. Where's the game for Xbox? Where is that? Where is that game for Xbox? Where is that? I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all, man. This whole jumping from one side to the other, right? First of all, if the Game Awards were rigged, or should I say biased, right, at this point, right, Forza wouldn't be in any category when it was in, when it came to the Game Awards that year. I understand you guys think Forza, you think Gears and Halo are automatically Game of the Year contenders. But here's what the public perception sees as Halo. Dudes really are holding on to hope that Forge is going to save Halo Infinite. Ain't nobody playing Halo Infinite. I've said this multiple times. It's like, this is a conversation nobody wants to have. They're like, oh, Halo's going to be fine when Forge drops. Halo's going to be fine when they drop these maps. Didn't you say this last time? The last DLC, well, actually, after we saw the roadmap, nobody cares about Halo after the roadmap. So why are we putting Halo into this conversation like Halo has done anything worthy to get them in Game of the Year contention? It hasn't. In fact, they failed in every aspect, even in multiplayer. So if they're failing in all those categories, what makes you think that game is worthy of Game of the Year? It's not. Let's call it how it is. It's not worth it. Forza always looks good. It always looks good. No problem with Forza and how it looks. But a racing sim is never going to take Game of the Year. But people might be going, oh, but how did Stray get into Game of the Year? I wonder why Stray got into Game of the Year. Had a better narrative, or actually had a narrative. It was meaningful to a lot of people. It impacted a lot of people, especially those who like cats. It was a big, craze going around for that game. You guys remember the streams for Stray? Stray was a big hit. So, of course, that game is being highlighted as a Game of the Year. It's not rocket science here. There hasn't been anything on Xbox that has garnered that type of attention. The sooner we accept this and move on, the better. I don't understand how anybody is so upset about this. I just don't. I saw the Game of the Year nominees. I was sitting there going, yep. I expected 1, 2, 3. I was surprised that Stray made it because I was expecting that other game to make it for Game of the Year, honestly, and it was Sifu. But Sifu didn't make it, which that was the big surprise. That was the only surprise about the Game Awards, was that Stray beat Sifu in terms of Game of the Year contention. But that just goes to show, impact-wise, where both games hit. You see what I'm saying? That's just how it is. I mean, am I surprised? That's the only surprise I took from those nominations. The fact that Xbox didn't have Pentiment or Gears or whatever the hell you guys want to throw on here that you guys claim is so great. I mean, come on. Nobody in the chat is surprised. What's up, John? What's up, John? What's up, everybody? I see you. What's up, But, dude, this whole thing was hilarious to me. And I'm sitting here just processing. I'm like, yo, what more are y'all going to do now? What are we going to do now? Now we're saying stuff's rigged. Oh, yeah. We say shows are rigged, right? Now we got dudes going back to damn Crackdown 3 days. Y'all remember when they said Sony's going to rule the day? That... I forgot what game it was, but it was for the Xbox One X. Y'all remember it? Maybe y'all can enlighten me. I forgot which game it was, but dudes was like, yo, Sony's gonna rule the day they stopped that game, or that game didn't come to Xbox. I'm sitting going, here we go. We back to this. Dudes saying they're gonna rule the day if this deal with Activision doesn't go through. Okay, let's just dissect that, for example, here. Okay. So there's a good chance. There's a 50-50 chance. Now, beforehand, remember I told you last time we talked about this, I was like, oh, there's a good chance, probably like 70 or 60-30, right? I was saying something like that for this game, or for this Activision merger to happen. I was really, really on the fence with it. I thought it would happen because it made sense just based on what they was going through. The only person who was vocal about it really was PlayStation. But now all these regulars are getting involved, and this thing might actually get blocked. Now, if it does get blocked and everything goes to the opposite, right? And Microsoft doesn't get this deal, and they go and, let's say, take their money and resources and go and spend it on Sega. Okay. I mean, personally, that's more of that right there was a merger I was actually expecting of anything. You know what I mean? I call it Sega of all, right? But now you got to do saying Square Enix. I don't think Square Enix would ever sell the Xbox. That's more of a PlayStation thing. Same thing can be said about Capcom. I don't see neither of those two signing with Xbox. They will go to PlayStation. So let's look at everybody else on the fray here. They could buy flat out Sega. Okay. Call of Duty will remain the same as it is. And Xbox will gain a lot of, will gain some foreground there with Sega. See, that made more sense to me. Them buying Activision, I already saw what they were trying to do. They were trying to go for like this divide and conquer thing where it's like, okay, hey guys, for the first 10 years, you guys get Call of Duty. You guys in the chat, you get Call of Duty for the first 10 years. But once that 10-year deal is done, and mind you, this 10-year thing is not including multiple games. They could have had one game, and I see why Jim Ryan denied the deal. Because you think about it. This one deal, 10 years, they could have one Call of Duty game out and stretch that game to 10 years. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, if you really think about it, if they were really strategic with the content, the battle pass, maps, Warzone, all that stuff, right? That could last 10 years if they were to do it right. They had an actual roadmap for that type of stuff. That could have been their deal. And then, hey, you got that. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, they're not doing that. They're going to have multiple games here, and there was multiple titles on the pipeline here. But even if that was the case, Call of Duty, them getting Call of Duty would not, well, okay, them having Call of Duty and them saying, hey, listen, if you want to play Call of Duty after the 10 years is up, you're going to need a Game Pass subscription. This is what's going to happen. This would have happened. And I already know it was going to happen because this is how it works, like clockwork. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, to all the dudes saying it would have been an instant win for Xbox. Okay. I've been playing Modern Warfare 2. A lot of you guys might be thinking, oh, my God, Big Claw probably abandoned that game after he gave his thoughts on it. No, I've been playing that game nonstop. You can ask, what was it? You can ask Dre. I think Dre's in the chat. A few others in the chat that see me playing this with Strictly and everybody. I've been on Call of Duty nonstop. All right, and I can tell you something about Call of Duty. Call of Duty, if it was locked to Xbox, strictly to Xbox, it wouldn't change a thing. It wouldn't have changed a thing. I'm gonna tell you why it wouldn't change a thing. Because the change that you're looking for, ultimately, right, the drastic change that you want for Call of Duty to make, first of all, it would have to be a drastic change to Call of Duty to make that impact be that big. And what do I mean by this? I mean by this is Call of Duty would have to go to a massive rehaul. It would have to legit be a love letter to fans. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, though it's good, I have those, you know, those matches where I'm just like, yo, I'm loving the game, I'm enjoying it, right? There's a lot of bad with Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 ain't it. And by the time we get to Modern Warfare 3, because you know that's going to happen, right? They're going to do Modern Warfare 3. By the time you get to Modern Warfare 3, you would have to expect a massive overhaul for this game and them to actually fix everything. But I'm telling you right now, even from the main menu, the UI of Modern Warfare 2, it ain't looking too bright in terms of feedback when it comes to Activision and how they're handling that franchise. So there's that, man. I mean, it's the facts. It's the facts. Some people don't want to hear it. Hey, you ain't got to hear it. You ain't got to accept it. But let's keep it a buck. Can we please stop crying over this damn Activision Blizzard? Can I please go on YouTube once and see an actual gaming topic that's worth mentioning? Seriously, can we please do that? Most of the topics I see on Twitter or on YouTube is Activision and this Xbox deal. That's all I see every day. Dudes got stock apparently in this deal going through. And dudes are getting emotional that it might not go through. My thing is this. Even if the deal does go through, let's say the deal goes through. Let's say I might eat crow right now, right? Let's say there's a big announcement right now as we're live, and this deal goes through. let's say just like in the next 30 minutes, this deal goes through. What do you have to show for it? Think about it. What do you have to show for it? Call of Duty games are not going to be on Game Pass until after all obligations are done. So you're still going to further wait after this for all your obligations to be done before them to do that. You're not going to get the benefits of this deal, period. The only benefit I can see you guys getting is the announcement of a new Crash Bandicoot, another Spyro, right? Whatever IPs they have on the side, hell, they might work something with, because I don't know if, actually, no, I was getting ready to say Sekiro, but if I remember correctly, From Software owns that entire IP. But I was getting ready to say something crazy, like, hey, listen, they might get Sekiro and have like a Demon Souls thing, you know what I mean? Like, hey, we got Sekiro, because you know the deal or the trademark. We might be able to get Sekiro happening for Xbox. I don't know. But you're not, there ain't nothing here to jump out of your seat over. I'm not blown, like my mind's not blown off of any of this news whatsoever. I'm just like, bro, this is all I see on social media every day, nonstop. And hold on one second. Let me move this over to the right. Show my mortality here. But no, that's what I mostly see. There we go. And it's just like, bro, what more could you possibly want? You know what I mean? What more can they possibly do? You still have to wait till. I want you to understand that wait till is still super glued on this platform. Ain't nothing changing. Everybody talks about what ifs. Everybody talks about what abouts and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there going, bruh, can we just address the situation as this? The situation is this, okay? It's been a whole generation, well, not whole generation, but a good chunk of this generation, and we're mad early into it, but still, 2 years into this console generation, you still haven't gotten anything massive on this platform. All you've gotten is talks of mergers, acquisitions, and you still haven't gotten anything. Then there's a lot of crying and envy and jealousy over games that are doing what is necessary, pushing the industry forward, and are getting recognized for it. And then they put on this facade. They're like, hey, let's be gamers, y'all. We're not about negativity. If you're not about negativity, why the hell are you calling games DLC? You're missing me with this. I get it. Xbox had a bad year, okay? But let's not act like the next year is any better. What is coming out next year? Please tell me in the chat. What's coming out next year that's even better? I'm curious. Can somebody fill me in? Did I miss something? Maybe I'm missing something. What's coming out in the next year? I don't think anybody's talking about Halo, so I'm going to move Halo out the conversation here. I'm not even going to throw Halo into this right now. What's coming out next year? That is Xbox-centric. What is it? I remember I sat here. I legit sat here with the biggest, hope in my, I had the biggest smile on my face, and I was giving you guys some, just ideas, right, off the rim that made sense for Xbox, especially when it came to superhero titles. Why is it Microsoft doesn't have a superhero title on the console? Dudes are, we don't need that. We don't need that. But they crying about Spider-Man being exclusive. Let that sink in, people. We don't need a superhero game, but let's cry over Spider-Man being exclusive to PlayStation and make an entire podcast about that. Seriously. Starfield and Hellblade 2. Starfield and Hellblade 2. Okay. I'm gonna save Starfield for last. Hellblade 2. That right there, okay. That has a good chance. That's good. That's a good one. I like that. That looks good. I actually enjoyed that developer. I think Ninja Theory is a great developer. A lot of people didn't want to give them their flowers. A lot of these Xbox dudes who are not even going to play this game, by the way, overhyping this game, and they haven't even played the original Hellblade because, it was on PlayStation. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I actually platinumed that game. For those of you that want to check my receipts, my PSN is Ryan553298. Yes, the numbers are legit. Go check that out. I platinumed that game. It's a good game. But is that it? No. It's not it. It's a good game. It's a good start, but it ain't it. And here's why I say it's a good story, not it. Redfall had potential. It does look better in every shot. Like it is looking better as we're progressing. But is that enough to move the needle? I don't know, man. That story better be popping. It's gotta be on one of those type of situations for that. Starfield. The fact that y'all put Starfield in this chat is even more hilarious to me right now. I'm gonna tell you why it's hilarious to me. This is from a developer that prides itself on you fixing the game, not them, you. So this game, even though it's coming to PC and it's gonna be on Xbox, right? This game has a higher chance of getting fixed, patched up, and all that junk on PC long before it touches the Xbox. And mind you, this is a console. They're pushing this as a console seller. They can't get the eyes right. The eyes were looking droopy as hell when we saw in the reveal, right? Gameplay was barren. Hit detection was terrible. I don't see the appeal. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pull a Death Singer. This man, Death Singer, over here saying, yo, Elden Ring beats God of War in every category, right? But he hasn't even beaten Elden Ring. I ain't going to pull a Death Singer live on the chat. Shout out to Death Singer. I ain't going to do that. That ain't me. That ain't in my DNA. Shout out to DNA Glitch. That ain't in my DNA. You feel me? That's not in my DNA. I ain't gonna do that. But I've seen this fool legit put Elden Ring, every category that had Elden Ring in it, this man voted Elden Ring, and he only has 5% into Elden Ring. Let that sink in, everybody in the chat. He only has 5% in Elden Ring, and this man put Elden Ring as the winner for every category. Make sure you guys tell him that on Luca's podcast. Make sure you guys tell him that. Shout out to Luca. Check out Solidcast. I mean, not Solidcast. Well, check out Solidcast, but check out Scumcast. Check her out. But that is how bad things have become over here. That is how bad it has gotten. And it's going to continue to get worse. Social media is hilarious to me. I took a big hiatus from social media. Huge hiatus. Uh-oh. Shout out to Jimbo Ryan. He followed me on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. Appreciate you, Jim Ryan. But going for it. And I'm not joking, by the way. He just followed me on Twitter. Back to the stream. I know I've been away. I've been quiet. I know I've been just biting my tongue. You guys are like, yo, how come you're not going off? I'm telling you why. I wait for moments like this. Because it hits harder when you let this stuff happen. Especially when I give you guys snippets of stuff. And I tell you what happens if is it is. Dudes don't want to listen. I know it's fake now. I know. But I love how people are on here. Like, it's funny. Like, dudes really think it's going to change a thing. I don't care about this Activision thing right now. I really don't. I'm happy that it might happen, right? I'm happy for you that it might happen. You might get some stuff out of this. Great. But for the love of God, can we get back to what actually matters right now? Can we get back to the games? Because as far as I'm concerned, here, this is what it's looking like for PlayStation. This is what it looks like for PlayStation right now. Forspoken, Spider-Man 2, right? Wolverine. What else we got? Hogwarts, well, actually, no, not Hogwarts Legacy, because that's multi-platform record, right? But I would say Haven Studios. You got Deviation Games. You got Fire Sprites. You got Horizon. What was that VR title? I forgot the name of that VR title. Forgot the name of it. Silent Hill Remake. Yes, that's another one. Silent Hill Remake. Final Fantasy 16. Dude, the list continues. There's so many games you can count on here, right? Now let's go to the Xbox for a second, for a little second here. The games that you know are coming: Hellblade, Starfield, Redfall. Did I miss some? Come on, man. Y'all spend too much time on Twitter. Get off of Twitter. See, I'm not even counting. I didn't even count Stellar Blade. Yeah, there he is. Call of the Mountain. Didn't even count Stellar Blade. I didn't count. There's so much stuff dropping on PlayStation. It's crazy. So I'm missing the best one. Which one is that? Fable? Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. I don't think Fable's gonna drop this generation. I'd be shocked if it drops this generation. Oh, Stalker 2. There you go. That's 4. There you go. Shout out to them. Yeah, Ukraine. I forgot about that. Yeah. But I don't think Fable's gonna drop this year. I really don't. I really don't think Fable's gonna drop this year. or this gen. I think that's next gen at this rate. Bro, they can't listen. If they can't get Perfect Dark right, what makes you think they getting Fable right now? I don't know, bro. We'll see. I hope it's 2025, because by the time that drops, you'll have Wolverine, right? Wolverine is 2025, 2024 is at the latest. You're gonna see that. Yeah. So come. I mean, dude, there's so much stuff dropping. There's so much stuff happening. My personal favorite, Resistance. But, you know, I'm sitting back on it. Insomniac, I see you, by the way. I see you. You think I'm not watching? I see you. Shout out to Insomniac. But, bro, there's Elder Scrolls 6. Did they announce Elder Scrolls? I don't think. Well, they probably did. But okay, Elder Scrolls 6. Okay. I don't think we got confirmation of Doom. Did we get confirmation of Doom? Anybody know? I don't think Doom got confirmation of a sequel. Lost Souls aside, okay. Yeah, that's 2026. Damn. By the time that... Dude, ooh-wee, that's a bad look. 2026. If that drops in 2026, mind you, there's no confirmation on Doom. Ooh-wee, I don't know, man. Yeah, John. Listen, John's a big Xbox dude. He'll tell you. He's like, dog, these games got to start hitting. The wait. Listen, the waiting should be done at this point. Shouldn't be no waiting. It shouldn't be us sitting here like, yeah, it's coming. You know, big smiles on our face. Wee, yeah, it's coming. Hey, John, it's coming, dog. We getting Halo. Wee. You guys hyped for Halo? Hey, you hyped for Halo? And you hyped? Because I'm hyped. You know? Got these big smiles. Like, no. Come on, man. The waiting needs to stop. The waiting seriously needs to stop. I'm sorry. I can't do that. Not at this rate. Because, listen. I want y'all to listen. This is bad. I want y'all to understand something. This is bad. The Game Awards are legit dominated by PlayStation-centric games. Even in a category that you would think is a sure win for like God of War, like for example, accessibility features, dog, Last of Us is even on that, dog. I'm just saying, bro, there's too many options. There's too many options for PlayStation in this category. I don't see nothing for Xbox. That's wild. Shout out to DPS Podcast. Got one of the co-hosts, my brother Forte. What up, bro? He said he dropped a $5 super chat. He said, "What's good, homie? Just showing some love. Twitter is the biggest dumpster fire created. Plus, it's good to see you, bro. Keep up the amazing work. You too, man. I appreciate you. I'm gonna get you in slow-mo on the show real soon. Shout out to DPS Podcast. Go check them out, man. Good people. But yeah, Twitter, listen, Twitter is like the last thing I've been wanting to go to. And then I got people going, yo, Big Cloud, are you going to go to the Hive? First, okay, I want y'all to understand something. It went from Mastodon, and I said this with Rachel. When dudes were screaming Mastodon, I'm over thinking about Power Rangers and shit. Like, what the hell? What we call them Megazords? What the hell is Mastodon? Oh, they're like, Then Mastodon gets dropped. Then they're talking about, yo, you going to go to the Hive? I'm like, what the hell is the Hive? Listen, I feel old right now. I'm like, what the hell is the Hive? Like, oh, the Hive is a new thing. It does this. You know, you can edit your post. Okay, cool. Is that the move? Everybody's going to the Hive? Everybody's like, yo, you got to make a Hive account. I'm like, bro, I might do it. More than likely, I will do it because I don't see a bright future for Twitter. I really don't. I think Twitter is pretty much donezo. I do. Especially at this rate. I don't think Twitter's going to make it. But Bruh, it's oh man. I don't think Twitter's gonna make it. I think Twitter has reached its or is reaching its end. And I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how Twitter goes, but I don't think Twitter's gonna make it. Half the damn half the people quitting and all that stuff. Plus you got additional people leaving. I don't know what they're gonna do with Twitter, bro. I don't know. That whole blue check mark thing or the whole Twitter it's got Twitter blue. I don't know, man. You're either gonna see two things happen. Everybody in the chat. And mind you, one of which is not even a social platform. That's for business. But you're either going to see LinkedIn, like you guys saw, we talked about that before, when developers were being harassed. Remember that? Over God of War. They were trying to get review codes or information or something like that. That right there was like prompting people to go, yo, listen, we might just go to LinkedIn and avoid this altogether. So that's still a possibility down the road where you might see LinkedIn be the way everybody operates. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It takes a lot. Like, I'm going to say the same thing. Well, right now it doesn't take a lot. You just need to offer a better platform than Twitter. And you can easily overthrow Twitter because Twitter is reaching that level of just stupidity. You know what I mean? Dudes are literally married to their phones, sit in Twitter spaces, sit on Twitter 24/7, talk about the same topics every single day, the same screenshots, the same damn GIFs, every single day about the same topics. I can't do that. I don't have the mental capacity to do that. I just don't. And you got the dudes who are easily brainwashed and stupid. They go, hey, these are the facts. Hey, you're preaching. I'm sitting there going, are they though? Are they preaching about these games when they're not even playing these games? But they overlook that detail because they're preaching to the choir in their eyes because they're saying Xbox sucks or PlayStation is better or vice versa. That's the stupidity of Twitter. It's a dumpster fire that is eventually going to reach its end. If Hive is going to be an option, I don't know. We'll see. But hey, that's what it is. These Twitter replacements are just grifters. Yeah, exactly. What up, Thanos? What's up, bro? Do something about improving PS Plus Premium. Sony instead worry about Game Pass prices go up. I don't know. I don't know what they can do for PS Plus. I don't even have that. I have the basic one. I haven't bought into the whole additional joint. I really haven't. It's cool. It's a cool service. They're offering stuff here, but they need to definitely step it up when it comes to their legacy titles on there. I know they're trying to offer trophies and all that stuff to it, which is good. But I need a little bit more out of them. You know what I mean? I need PS3 level of integration into this where it's not streaming based, it is downloadable. So that's where I would personally like to see from that. You know what I mean? PS1 and 2 games, yeah, they're good. They're cool. There's some gems you can add to it that's going to be good. But I think the real bread and butter for a lot of people needs to be the PS3 integration into that. If you get PS3 games integrated into that and you offer that where it's not streaming and you can download it, listen, first of all, and to the people that might say that might cost too much, I'm going to silence you right now. There are dudes who did this literally next to no budget. They already have PS3 emulators running on PC. You can play Metal Gear Solid Guns of the Patriots right now at high performance, and the game looks phenomenal. Still, that's a gem right there. I would love to go back and revisit it on the PS5. With trophy support, being able to carry my trophies over, I'm just saying, man, I don't have my PS3 no more. I would love to be able to do that. That would be a cool option. That would be more incentive for me to jump into that. But there's not much there for me to go and pay more for. You know what I mean? It's not. You already got your everything, basically everything that you get for $60, including the save or the storage and all that stuff. That's all you really need. You get your games, your free games and whatnot. Yeah, you might get an additional 2 or 1. But again, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see here. What's up, Andre? What's up? Isn't LinkedIn more a business? Yes, it is. But I'm saying that's where you're more likely going to see people go in the business realm, in the gaming section. A lot of people in the business realm, gaming section, who are on Twitter, they're on Twitter because they want to socialize. They do want to promote stuff and get it out there, right? But if it gets to the point where they can't even do that without being harassed and getting all the stupidity, guess what? They're not going to go through that anymore. They're going to go to a field where you're not only verified, legit, you have to be verified, and they'll look at your stuff like that. They're going to do it. They will definitely do that. So that is a possibility, huge possibility, that you will see that down the road. Will it happen overnight? No, but it could happen. What is the best third-party game for you of the fall so far? Third-party game. Best third-party game. Elden Ring was fire. Super high on my list. I would say Elden Ring, honestly. I would say Elden Ring. Elden Ring's still high on my list. It's a good game. It's a really good game, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's a really good game. PSVR 2 gonna be lit. Yeah, apparently that game's gonna fail, or that's gonna fail apparently, because you know it's $500 or something dollars. How many times did I tell you I was gonna be $500? Dude was sitting going, it's gonna be $400. That's a sweet spot, bruh. If you got dudes convincing you $70 is fine, right? And paying more for the console because of quote unquote economics, you know, prices going up. What the hell makes you think they were gonna sell that at $400 and look you straight in the eye and say, "Hey guys, that's for you"? No, it's gonna be $500. It's not rocket science. It's common sense. Of course, it was gonna be $500. I called that from the longest time. Am I surprised by it? No. I'm actually, it is what it is. This man Lobo says selling your channel as an NFT. You wish. You wish you could sell my channel. I'll sell you as an NFT and write you off as a business expense. There you go. That's what I did there. You don't think Twitter's going anywhere? Give it time. Give it time. If things don't improve to the point people like it, then yeah. But yeah, Twitter, but again, Twitter is at that point where it is it's up there with YouTube. You know what I mean? It's so established. It's got all the connections. Everybody's part of it and network through it and link to it, to the point where if it does get beaten by something like Hive or whatever, those other, you know, platforms got to blow up. You know what I mean? It can't be like Mixer. When Mixer was trying to go against Twitch, y'all remember that? Mixer had a better platform. It had it could handle more bandwidth, and it was more clear and whatnot. Nah, you need to have everything legit. You know, you need to be on top of your game for it. He said Twitter is eternal, figuratively and literally. That's the thing too, though. I don't know if y'all know the real reason why they charge you for Twitter Blue. For the check marks. Apparently, Twitter was losing money in droves in the midst of this. Now, I don't know how much more of that is, you know, true or whatnot, right? But they were losing a lot in the midst. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. He said your Twitter will self-tweet and crash like Tesla. Appreciate the 2 months, Lobo. You stupid. So we selling humans? Lobo's not a human. He is a talking ferret. Twitter was a faceless platform working alongside major corporations and governments prior to Elon, and now it is in free fall. This happens every time a company goes through a major leadership change. True. I hope it never goes away. It's my favorite piece. Yeah. I feel like we're on it too much though. You ever feel like that? Like y'all wake up and the first thing you do, you don't touch the controller, right? You don't touch the controller. You don't go to your computer to check a YouTube or something like that. No, the first thing you do when you wake up nowadays is check your phone and go to that app. I think it's gotten to that point where it's become so program that everybody goes and checks in. Like, I still do it. Like, I do it immediately. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Even when I take those long hiatuses and I don't drop or I don't jump on Twitter and I don't tweet as much, I feel like I'm not missing anything because I know what I'm going to see when I jump on Twitter. It's going to be the same drama, right? It's going to be the same comments. It's going to be the same conversations. It pretty much is. So Twitter doesn't really affect me. And not like that. I just black it out. But Club, we got to chat. AEW one day on my channel. Things are getting spicier. With that whole CM Punk Elite thing. This was up. Yeah, definitely down for it. Definitely down for it. Hell yeah. AEW, I'm definitely getting the game. They removed that fool from the cover, which is hilarious. So I'm guessing he's getting removed from the game entirely. I don't know. Because they didn't give us a release date for AEW Fight Forever. So I don't know how they're going to do it. That thing's funny, though. I definitely be on it too much, but I'm also on YouTube and Twitch too. I mean, YouTube is fine because it's YouTube. I expect that, you know what I mean. It's videos, it's constant stuff that you can rewatch or enjoy. Like me watching the self deletion. I'm gonna say that right now. The self deletion of G4. I go back and watch that every now and then. Why? Because it's too funny to watch it fall. It's too funny. It's too funny watching dudes in the background do this. Even though you know damn well you know damn well the person in that's talking is in the wrong. But hey, let's clap it up and act like they did something right. You said YouTube's my TV. Hey, see, I believe it. Still playing Ragnarok, and I've noticed a number of F-bombs dropping throughout. Even Mimir drops some every now and then. Yeah, it's a good game. Very, very good game. Has everybody beaten Ragnarok yet? Because I've been holding off on dropping this review, man. I didn't want to spoil anything. That's why I haven't dropped the review. But has anybody, have y'all beaten it? Have y'all seen the 2 endings? It's a good game. Good game. Honestly, if that game doesn't win Game of the Year and Elden Ring wins it, I'll be fine with either or. It's definitely 2 great games. Ragnarok definitely hits different, though. And it definitely won, my Game of the Year. It was definitely worth it. It was definitely worth the wait. They did so much there. Soundtrack was fire, everything. But, man, it's crazy. Beat that joint quick. When is New Game Plus? I have no clue. Never had a Twitter account. I'm a YouTube or though. Yeah, if you go to Twitter, you're going to see some stupidity. Like amplified. Like dudes. Oh my God. Oh Lord. I'm gonna tell y'all a story about man. Y'all gonna love this. Y'all gonna love this. Hold on. 1 second. All right, we go. Haven't beat Ragnarok yet. Nope. About 25 hours in. You still haven't beaten it? You must be doing side quests. There's a lot of those. Not a whole bunch, but there's a good chunk of those that might take time. Time-consuming ones, like the Ravens and stuff. The Ravens, I like what they did with the Ravens in this. You want more? Give me New Game Plus. Hey, I hear you. A lot of people played that game on Give Me God of War mode. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. Woof. I ain't gonna do it. He said, take your time. Now I didn't catch myself, man. I'm about to say something. I was like, woo-wee. All right. So, all right. Forget it. Since I'm going off here, I'm going off the dome here. So you already know YouTube as it is. It's tough to grind. It's tough to get videos out here, right? Speak your mind, especially when you're growing your channel based off an opinion. You know what I mean? Like it takes a minute. 2 years, whatever. Might take 3 years, might take 5 years or something, right? But growing a channel, getting an audience, having fun, speaking your mind, and just doing that, it takes time. I'm all for doing that. You know what I mean? Like that's just how you do it. You got to do it. You got to speak your mind, bro. You know what I don't like though? And I was sitting there processing this. It was hilarious. it was funny because this dude lost his channel the first time, right? And he was like, yo, YouTube deleted my channel because I speak the truth. And I'm sitting there going, no, they deleted your channel because you're an idiot, you're racist, and you make no sense. Now it's this weird hillbilly dude, bro. I don't know. Some of you probably seen this dude's content before. I'm not even gonna shout him out. The dude's pathetic, but this dude is weird, bro. All right, this dude's weird. He said, I'm 25. I'm more accomplished than you, Big Cloud. My channel is bigger than yours. The dude only had like 20 subs. Guess how many videos this dude made? I'll let you guys fill this in. Guess how many videos he made? He only had 20 subs. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you guys talk. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just guess. Just guess in the chat. Just guess. Because I guarantee you're not going to get the number. You're not going to get the number. More than 2, obviously. Way past. We're way past. We're a little less than 3,000. A little less than 3,000. You were the closest. This man had damn near 3,000 videos uploaded and only had like 100 subs at one point, if not 30 subs at one point. And the dude was like, I'm more accomplished. People know me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I never heard of you before a day in my life, right? I never heard about this dude a day in my life. But what was funny about him, right? The dude was funny. It was funny about him. Dude was like, yo, like, all right, see, like I would do news videos, right? Like, for example, let's just say announcement came out today, Sony bought Square Enix. I'd be like, yo, Sony bought Square Enix. Yo, this is great for PlayStation dudes, right? Tell me why this weirdo would take my title and then put debunked, and he would misspell debunked. He would put an 8 instead of a B. He would put debunked. He'd be like, yeah, Big Cloud Gaming said this. Big Cloud Gaming's wrong. They would never sell at the PlayStation because PlayStation doesn't have money. PlayStation is irrelevant. I'm like, who is this dude? And then the dude, he wanted to debate me. I'm like, hey, let's debate. I'm down for debate. You know what I mean? Hey, what you come through? He's like, oh, no, you come to my channel. You know, you watch baseball, home field advantage. I'm like, so you don't want to debate? You don't want to debate. Yeah, you run your mouth saying I'm scared of you, blah, blah, but you don't want to debate. This is the stupidity of what you deal with on YouTube. The stupidity 101. This dude, and then he went after Luca. It was funny. Luca just flat out just annihilated him, and he was on Twitter. This dude had me laughing so hard. I'm like, dude, it got to the point where I was just like, bro, this is what it has come to. You're so trash. You can't get behind a camera. You're so trash. You cannot make content on your own and grow. No, you have to use my name. You have to use this person's name to grow your platform. That is how trash you have become as a content creator. You're not a content creator at all. You're just a bum. That is the dumb nature of YouTube right now. You know what's kind of funny, though? I kind of miss YouTube's old policy. You guys remember when you guys could do video responses? Like Dre right now. Like he could do it with his phone like back then if it had the same thing where you can hit reply to a video and hit record and do a quick video response. You see, those was actually cool. I actually liked those back then. Let me tell you why. Because that gives me a better understanding, you know what I'm saying, of what you're coming from. You know what I mean? They don't do that no more. I actually miss that. Those are glory days of YouTube. Those are some good glory days. They took that out. Why? I don't know. I guess they figured people were being harassed. Me, I thought it was cool. You can add on to somebody's point or you can question somebody's point, and that can lead to some good interactions or back and forth. You feel me? But it's not like that no more. You can't have that no more. That's wild. You don't have that option. Man. Oh, man. I missed that. I missed that. Carlos, what up? Happy Thanksgiving, bro. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. He said, I'm about to look. Hey, listen, y'all think I'm deadly. Y'all think I'm deadly when I be pissed off. Luca's all right. She all right. She ain't on my level, but she. And I say that while she pull up in the chat. But Luca ain't on my level when she's mad. But she's up there. She's savage when it comes to Twitter. When it comes to Twitter, she's better at Twitter than I am when it comes to engaging trolls. I'll give her that. But she's not YouTube wise, nah. Sorry, Luca. No. That was a fine bit of voice acting, Cloud. Thought of making a career. Oh, God. No, sir. No. So here I go. I'm just keeping it a buck. That's just the facts. It's just the facts, people. It's just the facts. If you haven't caught on, I'm the asshole in the group. That's how it works. Cassie caught on to that. Anyway, but no, I was sitting there just like, it just blown away by it. I really was. But here's where it gets scary. See, now that's the joking part, right? Okay. Now here's why I say the dude was pathetic, and it got even more creepy, and that's why I just pulled the plug and separated and kept going about my business with you guys, and me moving forward. This dude did a live stream when he was like, "Yo, I hate my life. I want to die. I want to kill my family. Blah blah blah." He did a live stream like that. That's what he legit said in the title. Like, I want to kill my family. He's like, I want to blow my mother's head off. And I'm like, yo, why is this dude on YouTube? Why does this dude even exist? And I realized, like, dude, some people on here do live for that they live for that reaction, right? When you don't give them that reaction, they self-implode. This dude legit self-implode. It's like me even responding to dude in like the first couple of weeks gave this dude, I guess, some kind of acknowledgement or some point. But then the dude went and did that afterwards. And I'm like, yo, what are we doing here? This is how bad it's become. This is how bad it's become for you. You're wishing death upon the people who brought you into this world. Then you're saying you want to commit suicide. You want to do all that. Listen. Well, actually, I can't even say that on YouTube. You want to self-delete here on YouTube. Listen. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have no words. I don't have no words for dude. I just don't. I don't. I remember I tried to have a mature conversation. I was like, dude, listen, you might want to humble yourself and just relax. It ain't that deep. And he said, well, I got to humble myself. I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yep, this is a bad idea. I just exited stage left and I haven't replied since. But that is the craziness of it. And mind you, you see, he wanted a pity party, but then he dedicates his channel to running his mouth about others. So riddle me this. How can you demand pity or act for pity when all you do 24/7 is run your mouth about others? Think about that. You run your mouth about their audiences, them as a person, right? That even if they come to your chat, whatever, you run your mouth about them. But then you ask for pity the next day. You really think these people are going to give you a time of day? That doesn't work like that. And that's just what dude was programmed with. Now, I thought it was funny. And to an extent, until it got to that serious nature. I thought the whole thing was funny until we got to that. And I was like, yo, listen, this is just further, it was just a further stamp why you shouldn't engage in so much stuff you see here on YouTube. You really shouldn't. Just keep it moving. And that's where I was, bro. I was like, I ain't got the time. I just ain't got the time or effort. And speaking of that, man, it's been such a weird... It's been a bad week, man. Well, it was just a weird week, bro. Obviously Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving was great, but then we lost an icon, y'all. We lost Tommy. Y'all hear about Tommy? Like how it happened? I remember when it was going around on Twitter, and I was like, yo, wait, what? I thought it was a weird tweet gone wrong because TMZ was reporting it. Then everybody started getting more info on it. Bruh. The whole thing, I was like, bro. And I had this conversation with all day, bro. I was like, yo, it really legit feels like our era that we grew up in, the 90s and everything of that nature, is legit over. You know what I mean? Everything that made the 90s so special, it's just gone right in front of us. I can go through a list of how many icons we lost in record time. We lost Kevin Conroy. We lost Batman himself. Let's face it. We lost Batman. We didn't lose no voice actor who played Batman. No, we lost Batman. Now we lost the Green Ranger, right? I can bring up Coolio. I can bring up DMX. I mean, the list goes on, bro. Our era is over. It's legit over. It's legit the end. And that whole thing, I was like, bro, I don't even know what to say. I didn't know how to respond, bro. I was like, listen, I actually sat back. I was like, oh, dude, how do you process this? You know? Then I found out more info about it and how he went about it. Bruh. It's terrible. Terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. YouTube 101, man. You know, I said this, and it's funny. Well, it's not funny, but when I brought this up when we were interviewing Rachel, I wasn't even prepared for it. I know I was a little out of it because that news just shocked me, right? It caught me completely off guard. But real talk, I tried to give a little advice in that interview with you all, and I'm going to articulate this I'm a little better here now that I've had time to process it. If you know somebody who's going through anything in life, whether it be hard times, depression, a loss in the family, reach out to them. Real talk. You'd be surprised how much a phone call, a text, an email, or a simple interaction can do for someone who's going through the worst time that they could possibly think of. I remember there was this point where it was my dad's birthday, and I got into it. Well, I didn't even get into it. I just was feeling like legit shit. I went on Scumcast, and I legit got mad as hell, right? I was just like extra mad. I was extra pissed. And I went at it with, I think it was either Forte or Slow-Mo. But here's the thing. It wasn't like they said anything to me that forced me to come out there and go swinging type of thing. No, I just went off. And I immediately said to myself, damn, what the hell am I doing? I went live on this channel, and I had so many of y'all come through, and y'all were all sharing me your experiences. Y'all were all sending me messages. That shit got me through a bad time in my life right there. And every time I think about bad times, whether it be through YouTube, whether it be through just shit I'm dealing with in the real, I think about moments like that and just how cool it is with YouTube and what that, you know, what we built here. You know what I mean? Sure, I can, you know, I disappear, you know, I don't upload as much. You feel me? I don't say much on here. I don't even tell people as much about me. Like a lot of people like to know. I just don't. I don't open up as much. But when I say I appreciate y'all, I appreciate y'all. Those who come through, you know what I'm saying? Y'all hit the like button. Y'all message me when I'm on PSN, even though I don't reply. There's like so much stuff happened. I didn't get a chance to reply to you. But I have so many messages unreplied. So trust me, if you feel like I ghost you, I'm not. I got a lot of messages I'm not replied to. I have like 600 messages. Kid you not. I got to go through all that stuff and get that. But that's a problem on my end. But that's me putting stuff off to the side and just chasing something. So, real talk, man. That's some stuff, man. Some stuff you just you can't get over. I'm just mad. Well, I'm not even mad. I'm just shocked. You know, that Jason, you know, of all people, you know, the guy who was larger than life. I always looked at Jason as larger than life. I never looked at Jason as no normal guy that you see at a convention. I looked at Jason as a legit superhero, especially growing up, and that's what you saw as a kid. Jason was always a good dude. He always brighten up somebody's day when you went to an event and you met this guy. You know, him signing autographing memorabilia for you, or you showing up with like one of those OG classic Morpher stuff and him just lighting up with you like, oh my God, I remember when we first made these, you know. Seeing him give into something like that really just shows how human we are. And I urge y'all, like, real talk, I don't care, like, real talk, I urge y'all to, like, reach out to people, man. if you know they're going through something. I really do. Man, that was that, man. Anyway, Ragnarok. Let me bring this up, man. Ragnarok shatters records. It beat God of War 2018's record. It's one of the fastest selling games of all time. Who would have thought? Who would have thought, ladies and gentlemen? Who would have thought? The game that was labeled DLC has outsold the original. Imagine that. So I said, foundation, man. Foundations. It's legit, man. When you build a foundation like 2018, you set yourself up for epic returns with sequels like Ragnarok. That is a testament of how well they did with that franchise. God of War 2018 was a masterpiece. What did they do? They followed it up with another masterpiece. That is the bar. That's setting the bar high and continuing to set it higher, and you're seeing returning results or returns on results. I like seeing that, so I'm happy to see that for them. Hopefully they do get the nod of approval, and they do win Game of the Year. You know what's funny, though? Dude said Horizon should be Game of the Year over Elden Ring. I know, yeah, you know what's funny? I don't see nobody talk about Horizon. If anything, Horizon is going to win at the Game Award. It might win, like, art direction. It might win, I don't think sound design, but I know art direction has a good chance of winning. It could win. I gotta look at the categories again. I forgot the categories, but Horizon's been forgotten, bro. And that's a shame. Horizon's a good game, but damn, I feel like Horizon legit. I don't want to say it got snubbed, but it like a lot of people turned their back on Horizon. And it's like every time this game drops, there's always that one game that this game just can't get past. Like in Zero Dawn couldn't get past Breath of the Wild. Remember that? That was the big debacle. Then we had Horizon going against Forbidden West going against Elden Ring. It's like, bruh. Oh man, you want to pull up? Pull up. I'll let you in. Strictly want to pull up? Hold up. Let me know. I'll pull you in right now if you want to pull up. Make sure you guys check out Strictly. It's not a dude right there, man. Give me 5 minutes. All right. Just let me know. I'll send it when you're ready. But I feel like Horizon's such a good game, but damn, Horizon just keeps getting plagued with just some awkward releases in between that just messes it up. So I don't know. Every time. What up, Thompson? What's up? Go to the chat here. To be real with you, bro, that's why I ain't been on Twitter or Discord. Just been in a dark place this month, you know. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's easy, bro, to fall into them dark places. You just gotta find that light to get you out of it, you know what I mean? You do. There are times where I was like this close from dropping videos for you guys. I kid you not. This is a true story because this happens all the time here. It's like, yo, I've been away. I'd be like, yo, guys, I'm ready to upload, right? I'm ready to come back upload. And I'm right here hitting record. And I got the video recorded, right? I got all the audio done. And I just stop before I even hit the edit process and hit upload. Why? Just not in it. It's been like I've had those feelings multiple times. You know, it's hard to get out of dark places. It really, really is. You got to find that motivation, that fire, that drive to go back for it. And it's tough, man. It's tough. It really, really is tough. It really is. Horizon did its best, but Elden Ring did better. It happens. Hey, don't say that out loud. Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud. To be honest, Big Cloud, watching YouTube at time helped me. I'm sorry. Watching YouTube at time helped me a lot the past year or two. And it's down to yourself, Blaze, and others that feel I have been close to me. And thank you. Appreciate you. No problem. Elden Ring was cool, but Horizon West is phenomenal. Oh God. Horizon West is a phenomenal game. Without it, would never get a chance to be crushed by an abomination such as Slaughter Spine. Wow, epic music was an incredible build up. This being played. Yeah. Check out my damn context. Horizon just came out at a bad time. See, that's the story with Horizon, though. You think about it. It keeps coming out at bad times. The first time it came out against Breath of the Wild. Then this time it came out in a month that was packed. Remember, you had Elden Ring, Gran Turismo, you had Horizon. What was the other game? There was 4 games in that month. But you had 4 massive titles in 1 month. There was so much there. It was like, bro, there's no way that game was going to do well. Seafood, there you go. There was no way that game was going to do crazy well. I just didn't see it. It might outperform Seafood, was going to outperform a couple, but nah, I didn't see it. Elden Ring was already like top tier, like pick for everybody, especially when you went from the Game Awards going into that year. Remember, it was the most anticipated game. It won that award. It was already like the most talked about. Everybody's like, it's Elden Ring day. It's the day. And when Elden Ring dropped, it was like, bro, it's time. You know what I mean? We here. So that's how I was like, yo, I don't know. Man. Jerry A with the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Says, my only problem with Ragnarok, not enough time to play. Many blessings to you and yours. PlayStation Studios going heavy. Hey, I appreciate the support, my guy. Thank you. You as well. Ragnarok's good. It's really, really good. And the wild part is, too, though, as a gamer, you don't have time to breathe right now. You really, really think about it because, what is it, like next week or 2 weeks away, I think? It's like next week or 2 weeks away. We got Callisto Protocol, if I remember correctly. I forgot the release date. Is it December 8th? Is it December 8th, I think? Callisto Protocol? Or is it next week? I don't think I forgot. Or is it December 2nd? I forgot the release date. I know it's December. I know it's in like the first like 10 days of December, and that's where we're getting Callisto. Yeah, 2nd December. Okay, there you go. So, bro, it's like you don't have time to breathe at this current time for gaming wise. You got Callisto, you got all this, bro. There's so much stuff to pick. So much stuff. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see here. Horizon's a good game to play, but it's in a franchise people stop everything for. I don't know. Cash, you want to pull up and explain yourself? Maybe you need to explain yourself on that. I don't know. Strictly about the pull-ups. I don't know. Y'all want Cassie to come through? The Coke Classic K show? I don't know. You might have to really articulate that one for everybody. But, all right. Let me pull you in here. Hold on. I'm going to pull her in. Hold up. 1 second. Jesus. What was I doing? Funny thing is, I don't have to do much. I literally just hit here and start. All right. So, let us do this. All right. Here comes Cassie, ladies and gentlemen. Yo. Hold on 1 second. Gotta switch my sound because of... There we go. What's up?
Yo, what's good with you?
Chilling. Comes Strict.
What? Oh shit, the whole crew is coming through.
Yeah, just gotta do the layup. Well, I just gotta switch you guys, but it's no problem.
Why my camera being blurry right now? Hold up. We working with 99-cent store products, bro.
That's what we're doing. What the hell is that? You guys see this? Okay, you guys see this woman's camera. Her camera's like screwed.
Yeah, that's bad. It's bad.
Her camera is done.
I know you see this annoying square on my screen, but I do not feel like getting up, turning off the auto, so I don't feel like doing all of that.
This man about to become
Why
a meme.
is your PC trying to call you a square, bro? That's not cool.
Oh Lord.
And my camera just blurry.
I know, man. Like, damn, come on, Cassie, come on, Cassie.
There we go.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. First of all, shout out to Bit, bro.
What up, brother?
Shout out to Bit. Right, dope people. Listen, I got a lot to get off my chest. I know it's been a minute, so shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I know people out here seeing me on PC. They're like, oh, he PCMR now. I see the little, you know what I'm saying, subtweets and shit like that. Oh, I'm in here in the flesh. Y'all know the vibes I be on. Listen, I'm bringing that energy. Y'all know why I'm here.
Talk to him. Hit that like button.
I know why I'm here.
Hit that like button. Let's get these likes up. Talk to him. Talk to him.
Facts. Hold on, let me turn your volume up a little bit. Chat, what's going on? Hope everybody in the chat's doing lovely. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, man. Ate good, things like that. Dope people in the chat, man. Dre, Iman, Muck, I see y'all.
You know the food was good when everybody's yawning while you're playing Warzone.
Yeah, facts. John, all right, everybody, what up?
Like even 5 minutes in, we shooting. Everybody's yawning. You're like, hey, don't start this.
Yeah, you know me. I like to shoot. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Mike Lowry off of Bad Boys 3. Shoot, motherfucker, shoot. You feel me? But no, man. I'm gonna touch on a couple things. Obviously,
what's up?
Horizon number one.
Uh-oh.
I didn't mention a couple times that, and this is not towards like Cassie, because I know he just Cassie, she feels how she feels about Horizon, and Cassie's dope people. Like, we disagree on a lot of shit, but I can understand some things of where she's coming from in regards to just our opinions, right? But but listen, man, Horizon I felt is my game of the year because I need people to understand something. It's not my fault people don't understand the story of Horizon. When it comes to Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, it's a true sequel. And when I mean a true sequel, like, they took the feedback from Horizon Zero Dawn and they approved upon everything.
Refined it, yeah.
People said Aloy was boring in Horizon Zero Dawn. What they did, they spiced it up. She had attitude in Forbidden West. People didn't like the melee combat. They had 4 different skill trees. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not mistaken, this was an open world. So to achieve that type of graphical fidelity and that type, from a technical perspective on that type of game, it's simply something different.
Not to mention with it being locked to a current gen console because it wasn't fully next gen. Yeah.
You were fighting, like, didn't developers say that it was crazy, like how they achieved something technically, like the Slither thing fight? Yeah. Developers said that. They were like, yo, how did they achieve something like that technically? We don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not knocking God of War Ragnarok, and I need people to really understand where I'm coming from. And quite frankly, I see a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to get off track because there's a lot to unpack for me. Because I'm trying not to, like,
we going to that conversation.
Listen, man, I'm like on my young Dolph energy. Like, that's the energy that I have. And the energy is, y'all better not fucking play with me. Like, I'm not one of these ones in this game and shit, right? Because Ragnarok is fire and as amazing the story is, it has flaws. You may not agree, which is completely fine, but you're definitely going to understand where I'm coming from. Because I brought up the bit the other day. I said, hey, one of my problems with it
was puzzles.
Puzzles, the copy and paste runics, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of those things, right? And this
that's a funny thing. We brought that up because remember we had Rachel on. Even Rachel brought it up. So yeah, that was a big testing part for the team, was the whole puzzle thing. I was like, yeah, the puzzles were. Don't get me wrong. Some were cool, right? Made sense. Others, it felt like we're kind of just seeing the same. You know what I mean? Like a little bit. Like, I don't really need to see puzzles like this. I kind of just want to
play the game.
I just kind of want to just go through it. I don't want to have another. I don't want to have I don't want to play like 10 minutes, get a puzzle, play probably 5 minutes, get another puzzle. In this case, with water. and then do another. I get exactly where you're coming from. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and that's where. So one of the biggest issues is the pacing. That's like my biggest issue with the game, because people would be like, well, okay, so let me get into the runics, because it's gonna segue into the puzzles, because people are like, well, there's a new weapon which I have already. I think about halfway through the game, give or take. And they're like, you have a new weapon, and things of that nature. And I'm like, yo, I understand that. But to get the runics, you need to do the side missions, which is fine. But the side missions have so many stupid ass puzzles all the time. You know what I'm saying? So and people are like, well, I don't like rushing through the main story of a game, because that's not how I enjoy playing the fucking game.
Right. You want to experience it. You want to.
I want to do the side missions. I want to do everything. You know what I'm saying? And so when somebody was like, okay, well, if you feel that way about the puzzles, like, are you doing the side missions? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, okay, well, that's why. And I'm like, okay, but that's a problem. Because to get the runics and shit like that, you gotta do the side missions, which goes to my original point, the pacing. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just like, I feel like they got away with these things, and PlayStation Nation in its totality is not speaking up about this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it leaves a bad taste in my mouth, because it's like, yo, y'all really was talking about Xbox for like fucking 3 years since I've been in this community. But here we are on the same shit, and y'all not bringing it up. But when I disagree with it, people got a problem. Hence why I said I'm not in no frat shit. I'm a gamer first, PlayStation fan second, period. I said that the second I got in this shit.
See, no lax hope. But what I tell you before, when you speak your mind, period. You know what I mean? Dudes are going to be quick. Listen, this community, Cassie will tell you, Shriek will tell you, they're just people programmed to where they want to hear an echo chamber. They want to hear everything is perfect. If you much say something, I remember I said the game was my game of the year, everything in that nature. Dude still found a way to complain when we were talking about God of War Ragnarok. It's like, dog, listen, the game is great in every aspect. I even said it's a masterpiece. If I'm saying it's a masterpiece and I say it's a 10 out of 10 in my eyes, I'm not throwing shade at the game, especially when you have developers agreeing that were in the chat.
Oh no, but this is the part. This is the part that's gonna get you right. This is the part. So we all know I've been playing on my PC more, because third party been dropping the ball, bro.
Yeah,
they've been dropping the ball. They don't even support the DualSense like that.
They don't.
This is a fucking fact. If it's not like Final Fantasy or some really close friendship that PleStation has with the publisher, the DualSense isn't getting supported like that.
Lucky so lucky the triggers react. Yeah,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the perception of it is, oh, he plays on PC now, so now he's just being super critical at everything PlayStation.
Right.
That ain't got shit to do with it. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. Because I also need people to understand, I'm very upset and salty about it, because this was my most anticipated title this year. So when somebody be like, why are you so angry, or why are you so upset? Because I was anticipating this title. And I don't even want to play it because the pacing is annoying to me. That's why I am bothered. Who would not feel that way?
No. To be honest, even with 2018, I just can't get into that game, because I like the way it's paced. It don't feel right to me. I don't really, the whole puzzle. It's like these games start off with epic boss battles, and then it's like you're just casually walking around trying to get into these chests that you have to do some puzzle to get into.
Cassie, are people forgetting how Horizon Forbidden West fucking started? You started the game by fighting a big ass robotic snake.
Yep.
Like, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it's like these games, like, they're beautiful. They're gorgeous. Some of them have amazing gameplay too. And it's just like, for me, Horizon, for example, like Forbidden West and even Zero Dawn, beautiful games. Gameplay is fun. But it's just, I don't know, these games just lack like soul to me. Like, they're great games in some ways, but I just don't
We all know that your game of the year is Stray. That's why we know this.
Nah.
Yeah,
So this
we all know you can't. Don't even show these
The
DMs.
Lamb got snubbed, homie.
And this is
the Lamb got snubbed. Period.
This is the thing, man. I think I
she's
think
a cat
they
person.
put a lot of heart into these two games in particular, right? So I disagree with that, but I just don't agree with some gameplay designs that they chose. Again, more specific to God of War.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so, because I would never disrespect Sony Santa Monica saying that they didn't put heart. Like, I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm just saying, for me,
No.
I can't say that because I know the talent and I know the heart that they have. So in the heart they did put in the titles. But
I'm not saying that they aren't passionate about what they're doing.
Yeah.
I think that the games are really well crafted. I think they genuinely do care. But my thing is the reason why I just can't get into specifically like Horizon series. They don't have soul to me. Like the main character, I just can't get into. To be fair, even with Killzone's characters, I don't really remember the names of the characters either. I will say with that studio, they never really had a way of leaving a lasting impression with any particular character. Like to me, if you're gonna make Aloy the poster child of PlayStation, it just don't work.
She's
I just
up
don't
there,
find her.
but I don't think she will ever be a poster child. I don't think she will. Yeah, she's up there. I don't think
And you were wondering why I said specifically like Horizon Forbidden West is a great game, but it's not something that people will just stop everything for. Now, to me, I think a game people clearly stopped everything for is God of War Ragnarok.
Of course.
Like, what
we all do. That was no brainer. Yeah,
but
exactly.
It's not a fair comparison because of longevity and nostalgia. Like God of War has a tremendous amount of nostalgia and longevity to it that Horizon simply doesn't have. Horizon's first game was 2017. God of War came out well before that. And I'm not saying that. No, go ahead. My bad.
God of War reinvented itself with God of War 2018. So these are different. Like, I understand that it's a long-standing franchise, but if you played the old God of War games and you played 2018, there's a very distinct difference. Unquestionable. So, I mean, while I do understand God of War has a long name behind it, a long history behind it, I do think, when we're talking about Ragnarok in 2018, it's hard to really bring the older games into the discussion as well. So to me, it's like those are the two games to really talk about. And then Horizon has their two games. I mean, Kratos is that guy. He's that dude, But people, I feel like a lot of gamers are tired of fucking God of War. They just won't say it. Honestly, man, think about it. Right? God of wasn't there was clearly supposed to be a third game. Yeah. That's why this game is so long, but why isn't there a third game? I mean, obviously,
there was there were layers to 2018 that are not here. Like, remember how the Bifrost?
We will never know. We will never know the true reason, but it seems to me, and this is pure speculation. This is not something I know, whatever. But PlayStation probably was like, make this shit the last one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look, the thing is, the sales are there. The reception is there with 2018. If they could squeeze out a third to make a trilogy, why wouldn't they?
Because people are probably, I'm telling you, people are probably tired of, that's it. The
thing is, I think that you're right. But the thing is, does the reception dictate that?
Absolutely not.
I don't think they're tired of it, but I get what you're saying. Obviously this started off as small and it became super ambitious. That's why it's so long now, and what they did with Ragnarok. But what they've done, you have to beat it straight. That's why you have to beat the game for really understand why I'm saying I don't want to spoil, but you gotta beat it. They've done a lot here to establish a third.
Listen to me, bro. I done told people I am on Dove Energy. So if you got something to say, smart to say, you can get up here and get your fucking ass smoked on this podcast. I am on that kind of energy.
We said
simple as that.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
He's not a Phil Spencer guy. He is a PlayStation and PC guy.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Because PlayStation has talent next to none, but I will be critical of PlayStation because that's how we keep getting the quality titles that we get.
Yeah.
I mean, you're always gonna have these people that's like, you criticize PlayStation. Like, I criticize PlayStation. Guess what? Because that's my console of choice, specifically last generation. And between Xbox and PlayStation, I go with PlayStation.
Are you sure? Because I saw you playing the cat game and you were dressed up as like cats. I don't know. Are you sure about that?
When did that ever happen, sir?
Are you sure about that?
When
you sure about that? I could have sworn you had cats playing in the background. You had the CGI cat look on, and you were playing Stray.
What you thinking that my kitten? That's me, bro.
I'll play.
I have a kitten, bro. Okay, I do like cats.
Fucking with you.
Don't get me wrong. I do like cats. I have one. Ziggy is my dude. He's my best buddy.
She's over there. She's over there having a mental shutdown. She's like, wait, what? Wait, no!
Yeah,
God damn it!
No, but like my thing is, it's like you always gonna have those people. If you say anything, criticize PlayStation. It happens with the opposite reaction. You say anything bad about PlayStation, automatically, oh, they're Xbox fanboy. And it's like, bro, my Xbox Series X collects dust. I don't even boot the bitch up anymore. It isn't even worth booting up for me to play a 4K Blu-ray on it anymore. I don't even bother doing it for that no more. I don't care.
Man.
I actually took the 4K HDMI cord to go use it for something else. So I can't use it either way. It's like, so I can criticize PlayStation. You want to call me a Xbox fangirl, whatever, bro. Whatever.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a catch-22, and that's why, like, now look, this is this. I'm not trying to make this type of conversation like this. It's really not my intent. But when I look back at it, bro, and I was thinking about this for like a couple of days.
Yep.
Now, when I look back at it, it's like, what is the difference, right? I mean, there's a difference, but what is the true difference between the PlayStation fans and the Xbox fans, bro? Because Xbox fans, they're on some cult shit, to defend Phil Spencer, whatever it may be. But PlayStation fans, the second you say something negative about a flagship title that they don't like, they want to go against everything you say.
I want y'all to listen to this. No, real talk. He got a point. He got a point.
You know what I'm saying? And again, it goes back to what I said. You
got a point.
I am a gamer, period, bro. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Yep.
Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I could be critical of it. Whether you agree is one thing, but you can definitely understand where I'm coming from. That's why I am disappointed with God of War is due to the pacing. It bothers me. And it's like, we all have those things that is really difficult to oversee and play through in regards to games. Yeah, we have those things that we don't like, but we're like, okay, I'm not too much bothered by it. But we have those things where it's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
No.
Because it really irritates me. That's one of those things for me. Pacing is one of those things. It's like, damn, you get in this fight, and then you spend 15, 20 minutes doing puzzles, then you get another fight.
Yeah, I do. It'd be weird, bro, especially on social media. They'd be like, hey, well, what does Xbox have? I'm like, bro, I'm pretty sure Cassie Strick will tell you that Xbox ain't got nothing. That's not really the problem here we're talking about. We're talking about PlayStation and this.
Yeah, the deflection is definitely a problem because it's like, if you're a fan of PlayStation, you're entitled to be a fan of PlayStation. But to try and justify PlayStation's faults by saying, well, what's the other guy doing? That's not helping. That's not helping the brand that you co-sign or whatever have you. The brand that you're a fan of, like. Honestly, I would like for PlayStation and Xbox to be the best PlayStation and Xbox they could be in modern times. And that comes with giving them criticism, fair criticism. That's just what it is. So it's like, it's good. You have to praise as well when they deserve praise, but don't be afraid to criticize the brand that you do like because you do want it to be better. Like, why wouldn't you want something to change that benefits you, the consumer, you as the fan more? I don't know. It's like people fighting against, like, they rather bear themselves on the altar for this company. Don't do that, man.
And this is in my opinion about PlayStation, never changed, bro. Like, just because I criticize God of War don't mean I still don't feel it. My opinion about PlayStation remains the same. They are carrying gaming. They're the only ones putting out these top quality AAA games that we want to play, period. Like, that's not debatable at this point. You know what I'm saying? But there's a game that I was highly anticipating that didn't meet my expectations, so I'm going to speak about it. But when you speak about it, you know what I'm saying, it become, I mean, obviously I'm expecting people to not agree. I completely expected that. But the point is, I expected it because I was really seeing like, okay, let me see really how PlayStation really react. Let me see how PlayStation gaming Twitter reacts to this, right? You know what I'm saying? And so here we are. So what is the difference? A cult's a cult to me. Like that's how
I agree. And hey, I'm cult classic haters. I'll be the first to tell you.
Yeah, and let me say this one thing too, because I'm a very transparent person. You may not agree with me, but I'm a very transparent person. I do not lie or anything. I did not play the older God of Wars because I wasn't into him at that time. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong because I don't know the years they came out. But if I'm not mistaken, I was like deployed and stuff like that. So I simply didn't have the time to play those games, and I wasn't into it like that. 2018 was my personal entry into God of War. I can't go back and play these games. I've been very vocal about that on Twitter or whenever people talk to me about games. I can't go back and play these older titles because it's so dated. That's a flaw, man, but that's just that. Yeah, so me putting that into perspective, people may understand more on where I'm coming from.
Yeah, no, I think I think they remastered them. Wasn't it on PS4 remastered collection?
They remastered the collection on PS3.
Was it
and
3
then,
or 4?
And then they
it was 4.
God of War 3 got a remaster on PS4, but the God of War entire collection pack that they released was on PS3. But look, I think it's fair to say, especially being me from the outside looking in, personally, I wanted God of War Ragnarok to live up to expectations because I know so many people that were super excited for it. I wasn't personally into it, but I want my friends to be happy. I want fellow gamers to be happy. So I was like, I hope that the game lives up to what everyone wants. But I mean, from the outside looking in with God of War Ragnarok, that game was so insanely hyped. So insanely hyped. And I'm not saying it didn't live up to the hype, but there are so many people that were highly anticipating the game. The hype was so high that it's not going to live up to the hype for everyone. And that's fair. That's fair to say, because it's just one of those games that's like, that is the game this year that so many people were waiting on. If it didn't live up to the hype for some people, that's completely fine. I wish it did, and unfortunately for some people it's not. And that's fine. There's going to be more games coming out. There's going to be more stuff. And
that's the thing. I don't want them to change anything for me because, like, everything is not for me. Just like everything's not for when people say like for Souls games. I'm not into Souls games for the aesthetic and just stuff like that. That's just not my type of game, right? But I don't want them to go change those games just to cater to me. No, that's not what it is. If a game is not for me, it's not for me, and I'm good with that. But I'm consistent though.
Yeah. The thing is, a lot of people, especially when it comes to Elden Ring, and I was saying like, yo, honestly, and I didn't play Elden Ring, but I said Elden Ring should be Game of the Year. And I gave my specific reason why. Because the game didn't cave to these weak ass losers out here that was like, oh, it needs a difficulty option. It didn't cave to that, and it shouldn't have to. It took artistic integrity into account when it came to Elden Ring. And that's important. People want games to cater to them and sacrifice the artistic integrity of the developers, of the game franchise, of the game itself. These people are selfish. They really can't be doing that shit. These people that make these games, I want gaming to continue to be considered an art form. Now, some games don't indulge in that. Some games are made specifically to be tough, to push their loot crates, but I want the preservation of the artistic side of gaming to still be there. Right. And for people to like be selfish to say all these games should cater to me. You're being selfish. You're pigeonholing gaming, and y'all need to stop. Period.
Yeah. It's like it shouldn't just cater to my needs because every game that I'll enjoy is not a game that everyone else enjoys, bro. Like it's just like a seafood. They put the difficulty option in there.
I heard about
you know what I'm
that,
saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, but I am against shit catering to my needs, man.
I mean, look at Returnal. They got cheap ways for you to. You can now save your game and come back to where you were prior. Remember when we first played, you couldn't do that. You had to start all over, or at least you had to play until you get to the checkpoint. Then you can do this. You can't do that. Now you can just. But I may missay his mispronounce his name, but Dismiss. Like he is 100% correct and valid.
I have the wrong impression because I don't have the nostalgia that everyone else has with God of War. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't have that connection. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm transparent with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting up here in line and saying, "Oh, I play these games and it's still this side." No. That's not it. You know what I'm saying? This is how I feel because of XYZ. Now you can understand where I'm coming from. Now, if you can't, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's how I feel and that's that. But these people got to stop attacking people just because, you know what I'm saying? This ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, people got to stop attacking people just because they have their opinion. Now, yeah, you're going to have to, if you say something, you're going to have to talk to that point. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to make people, you're going to have to talk to, you know, what points you're trying to prove. But it's just like, yo, like, people going to have their opinions. People going to have their own, you know, games that they enjoy and stuff. But we got Need for Speed next week and Callisto. They drop on the same day. You feel me? Dead Space Forspoken come out in January and Hogwarts he come out in February. PSVR 2 dropping. Like, listen, I'm not even tripping, but you know what I'm saying? One of my most anticipated titles that I just, you know, I got issues with. Hey man, that's how I feel about it.
I mean, no, I respect y'all both for speaking your opinion. The thing is, a lot of people don't tell how they feel about the title. They'll just say like, hey, you know, maybe it's not for me, right? They'll give you the sugarcoat answer. Maybe it's just not for me, or maybe, hey, listen, you know what? I enjoyed it, but what's this? No, y'all explain why. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I ain't sugarcoating the motherfucking thing. Yeah. But people are not sugarcoating. But people are sugarcoating it because they are afraid of the backlash they're going to get, though. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I don't give a fuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's simple as that. Yeah. I simply don't give a fuck. You know, because that's how I feel. And if anyone got a problem with it, or not even necessarily have a problem with it, but again, if you disagree, that's fine. But you know,
no, I mean, it's your opinion. I mean, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that proves time and time again is that if you try and please everybody, you please nobody. So that's why it's
I learned that the hard way. Like, I try to be like, listen, I like it, I don't, but listen, it's tough. It's tough to be honest, real talk. Everybody in the chat, it is tough. It's tough. Like, y'all remember the backlash?
It is tough.
Do y'all remember the backlash I got for Last of Us? Oh my god, me and Strick got backlash for what we were talking about Last of Us remake or the remake. Yeah, the remake. Remember that? We was like, dog, did they have to deceive us with this marketing and all that to sell us the game? No.
Yeah, but and it's crazy because we still said, like, I was getting it still. Yeah. Something that I loved. I played. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to play more times. You feel me? But you know. I mean, sometimes, you know, you just got to call out, you know, certain things. I mean, but it's just like there's definitely a lot of bias.
Oh, hell
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of bias in everything, obviously. Xbox, PlayStation, whatever it may be. But then there's bias within there. Like, it's like you have the people that's biased for PlayStation, and then you have people that's biased for specific developers and publishers. Yeah. Because remember, people were complaining about having to play with Abby in The Last of Us 2, but were people complaining about having to play with Atreus?
Yeah. It's like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, so again, it's not about right and wrong. It's about consistency. Yeah. That's what I personally
I prefer consistency than you, like, you know, than just a bias towards it and you're giving excuses. Like,
yeah.
Like, for example, Gotham Knights. Remember how, like, for the longest time, we've all been vocal about 30 FPS shouldn't be the only option for games. It should be at 60 FPS, especially when you're charging the $70, which is called the next gen tax at this point. If you're charging the $70, there should be performance modes. Why do we have performance modes? Like, oh, well, you know what? You don't have to have that. It's like, nah, dog. No.
This is why, like, and a lot of people, I'm sure, you know, are gonna be like, why y'all complaining about the $70 price tag? And it's like, I was always against the $70 price tag because I know this fucking industry. They don't do everything that they're supposed to do. There are those few exception companies, developers, whatever, that do the right thing, but most of them, they're gonna fuck up somewhere, and that's why it's like, I don't want to give y'all more money.
I get what you're saying, even though, like, this is so. I get what you're saying, like, and this is the thing. This is I get what Cassie's saying. Like, most people that bring up $70 games, like, let's be honest, they're disingenuous. They're probably bringing it up for not the same reason. But Cassie is saying that the $70 isn't. They shouldn't, because they're trying to they cut corners in the gaming industry. A lot of developers and publishers, they cut corners and they take away content. You know what I'm saying? And they're raising the price. So I get what she's saying in regards to that. You know what I'm saying? I personally don't have a problem with $70 games, but I understand her perspective in regards to the $70.
I will say this: if the gaming industry was great, I'd pay the $70. If if there was a standard. And most companies held to that standard, I wouldn't mind paying the 70, but these motherfuckers are. So it's just like, I'm not here for this.
I remember when we first got into this, dudes was like, yo, Destruction All-Stars, listen, I'm paying 70 for it. You're a bum if you don't pay 70 because, you guys are holding gaming back. And then what did they do? It was like a week before launch. Hey, guys, you get it for PS Plus. Dude's like, oh, you know what? This is the greatest thing ever. I guess I don't need to pay it. I thought you were going to pay it. Like, you don't get the hell out of here with this cat. That's what I'm talking about. Dudes put on these little, it's like a circus. Everybody puts on these acts for you all to make you try to, throw attention at them. The money will be attention in this case for them. They do this stuff for you to do that. And Serge, that was funny in the chat. You said, nah, the reason why is because no, I'm not even talking about Last of Us. I was talking about Last of Us 1. The remake of Last of Us 1. Last of Us 1, they lied and deceived this, mega.
He was replying to what I said in regards to Atreus and Abby. And I that may not be, I don't know if that's necessarily a fair comparison or whatever, but I was just, thinking about it. But again, man, if God of War Ragnarok is deserving of Game of the Year if it gets it. All of these games pretty much is, except for Stray. I'm sorry, I just don't think it. I'm just saying, Stray is
liar.
Let's be honest, they put Stray in there because they wanted them to, they want to help them out. You know what I'm saying? That's why they put it in there. But you feel me? So either of these games deserved of the Game of the Year. It's just Forbidden West for me is it. And I mentioned it earlier when I got on this cast. They checked all the boxes for me personally, and that's me. You know what I'm saying? So
he put Horizon. See, listen, hey, at least you're talking about Horizon. You feel me? You're hyping up. You're still talking about it. Can we disagree? Horizon left the conversation as soon as Elden Ring dropped. Nobody was talking about it. People stopped talking about it. Yeah. That's the thing. And people got upset with me when I brought that up. I'm like, bro, it's the facts. So nobody's talking about Horizon. They're like, oh, stop it. Horizon didn't get killed by Elden Ring. I'm like, bro, I hate to break it to you, bro, but I don't want to be that guy to say it, but hey, it happened. It happened. We saw it happen right in front of us. Nobody was talking about Horizon afterwards. And
it happened. I don't think it necessarily happened for the I guess for the right reasons, per se, but I mean, it happened. You know what I'm saying? It's a multi-platform title, and Elden Ring was a lot of people's most anticipated title, man. There's a lot of it was that game that really streamlined, I guess, Souls games. Yeah. For a lot of people. So I'm not an Elden Ring fan. I'm not a big Souls fan in general. But if it wins Game of the Year, I won't be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I won't be mad at that. You feel me? So, but Horizon, again, it wasn't Horizon Forbidden West wasn't talked about when Elden Ring came out, but a lot of that was due to, a lot of the Xbox fans, you know what I'm saying? Since it's a multi-platform game, they were talking about that over Horizon. So yeah, it overshadowed it a bit. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's nature. That's nature of the beast.
Yeah.
The thing is, Elden Ring is multi-platform, so a lot of people have availability.
There's that too.
But I will say, man, when Stray came out, bro. Stray came out.
You keep bringing up Stray.
And you keep bringing up Stray.
You brought it up again.
No.
Your cat's on the cover.
Oh my god, my cat is a gray tabby cat, sir, not an orange cat.
Okay. Cassie looked at you like Soldier Boy in a camera. She was like,
I be getting her in the moments. I be getting her right in the moments. Like, what you say?
But the thing is, Stray was free on if you were like PS Plus, Extra,
Premium or Extra, Extra. That's right.
Premium or Extra, whatever have you. And guess what? A lot of PlayStation gamers, they was posting that gameplay, posting them pictures. When PlayStation gamers are hype about a game, they will show it, even for something as small as Stray, straight up. And to me, the thing is, when you look at Horizon, it's a great game. It does a lot of fundamentals right, but it got put up in the same month against a game that everyone was willing to stop everything for. Elden Ring was just a game that everyone stops everything for, period. And that's what happened with Horizon, unfortunately. Maybe if it came out like a few
recency
months later,
bias is a real thing too,
bro. It's not even that though. Like, okay, and this is back to the cult like talk too. Before I get to that, hold on. Shout out to Whoopi, C Whoopi with the $5 super chat. He says, "For me, great positives outweighed the middling negatives." He's talking about Ragnarok. It's different per individual. Everyone has their own taste and tolerances. Do you? True, we do. Shout out to Rob Jones, who became a silver tier silver tier member. I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the chat too. You know what I'm saying? Those people in the chat. People in the chat.
Appreciate y'all. But what was I about to say? What the hell did I say? I just lost my thought. What the hell did I say? That's just my thought. I just lost my damn chain of thought. What the hell was I saying?
No, it's all. It'll come to you in a second, man. But
I'm getting old.
At the end of the day, man, we are eating good in gaming. There's a lot of games dropping. Hey, man, I'm excited. If it's,
I'm hyped for next year, bro.
Next year is bananas. Next year, Spider-Man 2 is gonna
That's gonna be it. That's gonna be crushing.
Oh my god, bro!
Watch it be crushing.
I can't wait.
Watch it be crushing.
Shout out to Insomniac, man. I can't wait.
Watch it be crushing. Watch it be crushing. Man, the reason why I said that, Herman Ho said it's gonna be case by case basis. We're not done with crushing. Watch it be crushing. I already know it. I have a feeling it's gonna be crushing.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah,
but I think people now are a little bit more receptive to crushing games, just because a lot of people are the quality. A lot of people, what are people saying about Ragnarok now? I can't believe this is a video game. Like, I can't believe it's a video game, and it's a cross-gen title, Horizon 2. So they're already proven that cross-gen isn't an issue when it comes to the quality of the title and PS5's true power. That's
Now,
simple as that.
What was I about to say though? The cult mentality. This is why I don't understand. And this is from a studio that we were all praised. Like I hold Elden Ring so high, not Elden Ring, but I hold From Software so high up, where these guys got me into the genre with one game that I took a chance for on PS4, and that was Bloodborne. All of a sudden, this game being multi-platform, I see dudes on here. By the way, don't get me wrong. I'm all for you guys being vocal. Like, you guys might say Elden Ring is bad or whatever. You know, Cassie seen it on Twitter. I know Strictly seen it on Twitter. But you know one thing I don't want to see is you saying this about Elden Ring, and then we check your account, and you haven't even beaten a major boss. Saying the game is easy. I beat the game. Have you?
Bruh.
Have you? If you haven't beaten a single major boss, and you haven't gotten anywhere near to completion of the game, what makes you think we take you serious and your takes and your garbage takes at that on Elden Ring?
Which goes back to consistency, man. As long as people may not agree, but as long as you're transparent, a lot of people will just, you know what I'm saying? They'll just not necessarily, I don't want to say accept it, but they'll understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm very transparent about shit. Like, you know, I mean, I kind of over communicate. It's like, hey, man, I didn't play Elden Ring. I'm not going to play Elden Ring. But again, I told people I'm not going to play a game just to hop on Twitter or any social media app just to, you know, give my thoughts up. I'm not doing that. I didn't do it with Halo.
Yep.
You know, people, did you play Halo? Nope. And I'm not going to play it because I'm not going to force myself to play something just to validate my opinion. I'm not doing that.
I played the multiplayer with the guys. The multiplayer was fun while it lasted, but it just was like, dog, it's the same thing I said earlier before y'all even jumped into the chat and jumped on. It's like they killed it with the lack of content. You know what I mean? Forge is not going to save it. I'm just keeping a butt. Dude's keeping hope alive. Saying Forge is going to save it. Forge ain't doing nothing. That game is done.
I was saying that the only way to get people onto Halo Infinite is if they just straight up took the game offline, fixed it, added all the shit.
That's already killing it. You took out life support.
Did a relaunch. No, look at Final Fantasy 14.
That's Final Fantasy. We're not comparing that to Halo.
But listen, whether Halo has as much popularity as it once did, it's still fucking Halo. Wow. It goes back. If they would have took it down, added all the shit, and did a major relaunch and put money behind the major relaunch, you think that people would jump on it, especially if it's a free to play game with the online?
Yep.
People, it would have at least gotten a lot more major attention than just patching in Forge and going from here. Like,
see, and that's kind of another point. Like, that kind of alludes to another, like, not another point, but it's it kind of more validates the point that nostalgia is a real thing. It's not about like there's no wrong and right, but it depends on what you grew up playing, because a lot of people grew up on the Final Fantasy games. I did not. So I don't have the nostalgia and the connection that others have. Hence, remember that Square Enix tweet when I was like, man, I'm not a big Square Enix fan because of, I'm not a big Final Fantasy fan because I never played them, and I'm not really into the JRPGs and stuff like that. So it doesn't hit for me. But I can see why everybody else likes it, because they grew up on that stuff. You feel me? So what you grew up on and all of those type of things, like that's a big factor in whether people believe it or not. That's a big factor in how you feel about games today.
Yep, that's true.
So yeah.
He says, Surge. Yeah, no, you're right about that. I did see that. We're not scratching the surface. That's why I did told y'all that. I said that in the interview. You missed the interview, but when we have Rachel on, I thought we haven't even scratched the surface of PS5. What you're seeing is stuff being held back. You're just seeing courage and stuff refinements. You're not seeing the true next gen leap with first party titles. At least not yet.
You're not going to until like 2024.
Yeah, you're not seeing it. Returnal looks good. Returnal looks great. I don't think Returnal was really pushing it all the way. I don't feel like it was. I feel like they were trying to do more with just through the through loading areas and stuff like that than they were in terms of pushing fidelity. They were doing.
I feel like Wolverine is gonna be the first title we really see truly push the PlayStation 5.
I believe
that.
I believe that.
We're looking at 2025 for that, bro.
24.
Oh,
you trying to put gears on what? Don't do that, Cassie.
She said view's different. You better stop this doom and gloom stuff. You better stop.
Don't do that.
Man, look, bro. It's been 2 years and we don't get next gen games.
Hey, we got Tekken 8. We got Tekken.
I mean, I do like me some Tekken.
Okay.
They better have. Look, they need to bring back my boy Forrest Law, okay? Forrest Law, excuse me. Martial law is cool, but Forrest Law is my boy, because Tekken 3 was my first and my favorite Tekken still. So Forrest
they might
Law
bring
needs
back,
to be resurgent.
I think Alex is coming back. You know, the T-Rex, the little, not T-Rex, the little Velociraptor with the box. I said T-Rex, little Velociraptor. They had some mocap stuff that was shown. I don't know if y'all seen it on Twitter. It was like some stuff for it. It looked pretty dope. It looks good. I can't wait to see what they do with Tekken 8. That's gonna happen, or it might be Ogre. It might be Ogre in June. Kazama might actually show up this time in the game, so who knows? But nah, it's right.
Is this a point where depending on third party to give us next gen game? This is where we at.
Hey, we're hyped for Callisto. Callisto is next week.
but even PlayStation had their hands on the pot on that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, I think third party in 2022 specifically, third party dropped the ball. That's just what it comes down to, man. I mean, other than Elden Ring, third party really dropped
because
the ball.
2021 they came out swinging. Like even Resident Evil Village looked fucking amazing on next gen content. That was like, dude, that was it. That was holding it up.
It is setting up for a huge 2024 or 2020. Yeah, a huge comeback. I mean, we there's a lot of games that we did not hear about for a long time. Arc Raiders, Black Myth Wukong, Silent Hill. Like there's a lot of shit.
Not to mention next year, March about to be lit anyway. Next year or this year, because we got Resident Evil. I can't wait for Resident Evil 4.
At PSVR 2. PSVR 2 show up in March, I think, right?
How Capcom show up to TGS to announce that and actually think it's a positive thing to announce that Resident Evil 4 Remake is also coming to last gen. Yo, when they announced it, I'm like, get these motherfuckers out of here, bro. That was a good thing to say at TGS. That's some bullshit that you tweet or you put on your news website and keep it moving. You don't bring that to TGS.
That's up there with, I remember when Square Enix came to I remember the PS4 February event when they first announced the PS4, they showed the logo and the controller, not the console, and they showed off games. Remember how the dude was like, yeah, we have news for Final Fantasy for you, but it's not here. It will be at E3. Thank you. Like, why did you just tweet that? You could have tweeted that at the show. You could have tweeted that. Come on, bro. You had to get on the stage for that. But
that was a slap in the face, man. For sure, bro. That was like you could have literally that could have been a tweet. You could have been like, yes, it's gonna be here. You know, like come on. Bro.
So they pretty much confirmed we're gonna have an Ultimate Edition of Resident Evil 4. Pretty much, you're gonna get both versions. That's the move. You get the ultimate versions. Hey, listen, I'm okay with it. Like, I ain't hating on it. I'm gonna tell you why. It's better than damn director's cuts. Thank God we're not seeing no more. Because God forbid, if God of War 2018, strictly, Cassie, if God forbid if that game gets a remake for PS5.
Give me The Last of Us 2 director's cut. I don't care what none of y'all say. No. The Last of Us 2 for me, I don't care what y'all say. The Last of Us 2 for me is probably like the second best game ever. I love The Last of Us 2. Like, actually, it's like, 2, 3. It's just floating in that thing. Because I'm a big Metal Gear Solid fan. It's really difficult for me to put anything above Metal Gear Solid. Hence, again, nostalgia again. But you know what I'm saying? Like, The Last of Us 2, I want that director's cut. I'm just saying.
I couldn't finish that game.
Yeah.
Give me
take any slander.
Yo, Sony, give him the director's cut, because guess what? That's something that I know I do not need to buy, so it doesn't affect my wallet in any way. Do homie strictly a favor, bro.
Facts.
Give him what he wants.
Do me a solid, man. Make that director's cut. I hope it's already in the works.
Yo, everyone complained about having to play as Abby in that game, but no. Except me complained that I had to play as Ellie in the game.
Hey,
Get to Abby because I couldn't take Ellie.
Watch the have Ultimate Edition when the Factions 2 drop. I guarantee, listen, because Sarge brought up a good point. People going to find a way to bitch about factions. I don't think they're going to complain about factions normally unless this happens, right? And this is why I think might happen. Because notice how, remember how like the big thing that I've said about Last of Us 1 Remake doesn't have factions. I was complaining about that. Who's to say next year when we do get that factions info, and let's say factions does drop next year, who's to say that factions doesn't come bundled with Last of Us?
It's definitely going to be bundled with The Last of Us 2 director's cut, because you know what's going to happen? Factions is going to drop day one on PlayStation 5 and PC.
Yep.
And the director's cut's going to be on PlayStation 5 day one, and it's going to go to a PC later on, just like The Last of Us Remake just did. It's about to, right? So the same thing is gonna happen to the director's cut, because again, if people just listen to what to what Mark Cerny and Jim Ryan, all these people saying, their goal is to bring as many people into the PlayStation ecosystem as possible.
Oh yeah,
this is how you do it.
Shout out to Angry Joe for, like, he said, because I saw Dash Mess, he said Abby had the best weapons. Shout out to Angry Joe. Angry Joe brought that up in his review. He was in the
Abby definitely had the better arsenal.
He was like, I think we're gonna do dual wield, but hey, you know what? That might not make it in the game. So here you go, Abby. Here's a rocket launcher. Oh, you're gonna need this golf club. Oh, yeah, I'm really gonna need that. I was like dying.
So Big Cloud,
that was so funny. What's up?
What you're saying with this re-release of packaging The Last of Us 2 with factions? You mean that they're actually gonna
1 remake.
The Last of Us 1. Oh, okay, because I was ready to say.
But here's the thing: who's to say they won't
mind
have
that so much?
Who wouldn't mind? Well, who would say that might be fine with you, right? Unless they ask you for $70 for the whole thing. Now here's the wild part:
for the bundle.
Yeah, for the bundle for that.
I wouldn't mind that though.
That's a steal.
Because personally, I didn't buy The Last of Us remake. So if they bundled it in as like 60 or 70 on PC, I wouldn't mind that, especially if I want that factions. Now, if they was gonna do like a director's cut of The Last of Us 2 and put it with factions, I'm like, wait, so they're basically giving us The Last of Us 2 that we were originally supposed to get with the factions. Now they're doing it. If that was the case, I would be kind of mad.
More than likely, that might be the case, though. I don't know.
Even though I don't really agree, I don't have a problem with it. Y'all know me. I like, if I want I'm paying for that shit. Day one. Like, yes, I am one of the reasons some of these things happen, and that's just the reality of it. But like, it's just like The Last of Us. I'm double dipping with The Last of Us remake. Yeah. I played to beat it on PS5, and guess what? The same shit. I'm gonna beat it on PC when it come out. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but at least I'm real about it though. You know what I'm saying? But I personally don't have a problem with it. I'm not saying anybody else can. If they have a problem with it, I understand. I don't agree, but I understand it. You know what I'm saying? But
that's why I thought they would do, like, it would be free to play and that would be merged with PC, because that's why I think they really want to do with factions.
See, Webby, you're welcome.
So. I think if they do the remake of The Last of Us and bundle it with factions, I think that is something that is worth the money. Yeah. At least, depending on how factions is, we don't really know. We know so little. I think all we have is like a picture of like,
factions.
Oh, you
look,
know they're going to charge you for skins. You know that's going to happen. It's going.
Yeah, no
it's going to
doubt,
be a
no
service. It's going to be a service.
To be fair, I mean, remember with Factions 1 where
Don't
they
even
were
try to
charging
deny
you
it.
for weapons,
You know what's going to
bro?
happen. Don't even try to
Charging
deny it.
for-
They are literally looking at me like he is. I am the reason we're going to be getting charged because I'm buying all of them shits. I do it with COD.
You do it with COD, yeah.
They see
bro.
they see dollar signs all over your beard right now.
Facts.
Watch. Y'all remember how Factions was kind of like simple? We got like those like manufactured weapons they had in the game, like the little single fire weapons, stuff like that. It was simple, right? What happened when the DLC dropped? They dropped the crossbow. They're gonna do that type of shit through a battle pass system. Watch them do that through a battle pass system. Watch it happen. I'm calling it right now. It's gonna be like a battle pass situation. Where we going?
He let it slip by when they charged for weapons in the game that was like their own type of weapon. It wasn't like weapon skins. They were actually selling you weapons.
Yep.
After the fact, and it's like,
perks,
bro,
perks.
Yes,
Watch them do the same thing. Watch them do the same thing.
No fucking way, bro.
I'm gonna be honest.
Watch them expand
They
it.
can
Watch.
get away with
First thing,
that back then, but not now. Not
this is
now.
my thing though. Like I don't think. I mean, I think it's a given that they're going to have battle passes and shit like that, right? Like,
oh, dude.
I personally, when it comes to skins and cosmetics, like I'm a sucker for that shit, bro. Like I'm gonna keep it all the way of being with y'all, bro. Like I might as well start a separate bank account for factions. Because I'm going to be. I do it for COD. Every day a bundle come out. If I like it, guess what? COD.
I don't know, but like Call of Duty, it's like the skins are tempting. I wonder how tempting Naughty Dog with factions, given the grittiness.
Bro,
listen,
they're normal.
This
I wonder
is the
how
thing.
tempting it could be.
Cassie, this is the thing. Infinity Ward and Activision are some like we know how they are. You know what I'm saying? Like they're lazy with the shit. They have some nice ass bundles, but they lazy. We talking about and that's a first person shooter, so you don't even see a character like that unless you go to the third person. We talking about by default a third person shooter. Man, they about to listen. They are going to make so much money off of factions, bro. It's going to be
bananas. When it comes
bananas.
to Call of Duty, they're lazy with some things, but when it comes to their store, when it comes to getting you to make an extra purchase, they ain't lazy with that.
Yeah,
now,
they got to fix that UI
Facts.
first before we get into that shit.
That shit's terrible.
Oh,
see now with the UI, they'll be lazy with that. But in order to get you to put your credit card information in, they ain't lazy when it comes to that.
Bro,
they are on point.
Yeah, like 2 steps.
Bro, I bought the Bash P. I was telling Blaze and everybody last time I talked, I was like, I don't think I'll buy this. I think I told Strick that like that. I don't know if I'm gonna get this damn Battle Pass shit. Damn Bash P comes out, I'm getting clapped. Like, you know what? I want that fucking weapon.
Activision is so terrible, but it's smart at the same time, and I hate it because this is what they did. A lot of people sleep now because they put the solid color camos in there. You know what I'm saying? And before season 1 dropped, they were like vibrant, like they were very vibrant. But what they did was they made it a little bit dull.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you would have a reason to buy blueprints.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Like, notice how they're charging you for like the newer, I guess their pro variants they're calling them, the ones you can get in the Battle Pass. Notice how these all got chrome finishes.
Yeah. Hey, see Webby says Jim can hear you breathing money. Jim Ryan, if you're watching this, I'm telling you, I'm buying this shit out of all your cosmetics and factions. So I'm just letting you know I'm the one person that you can count on to buy that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
You're the
I don't know if Naughty Dog is good at making cosmetics. I don't know. We have to see, right?
I think they are because it's Naughty Dog's one of the people to me that just doesn't miss. Like they don't miss.
No, they don't miss in terms of making good games.
I get what you're saying though. Like I get what you're saying. Cosmetics is kind of a different skill set.
For example, with me, they make characters that are really ugly to me. I don't really like to play as them. Would I like to hang out with them? No. Personally, I would never like to hang out with Ellie. I would never like to hang out with Abbyzilla. I'm good on all those people. They ain't cool to me.
You want to see that Abby's face? You know, she eat
Cassie is my dog. Like I fucks with Cassie heavy, but I'm not taking her Ellie slander now. Like this is where we draw the line. Like this is where I draw the line. Right? I draw my line is drawn right here. No Ellie slander.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Everybody was like, yo, it's funny. Everybody was hyping up Last of Us today. Like, yo, Last of Us 2 is mad realistic. I'm like, did y'all notice that Abby ate that entire whole ass burrito in 3 bites?
Yeah, well, she got biceps like fucking Mike Rashid.
No,
so it's more realistic than you think.
Shit, that's 3 bites. I was like, golly. That bites. You know what? Let it go. I ain't gonna get to because he gonna freak that up.
Yeah, this is gonna get really weird really fast.
I know. Wait, what the hell? Biceps? You know what? All right. Anyway. Yo, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all for coming through, man. It's Friday. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Not a whole lot going on. You know, I had to go on a rant full. Well, not even a. Okay, I don't even want to say it's a rant. What the hell I look like rant? I'm a grown ass man. I ain't ranting about video games. I'm just speaking my mind. I know Shriek had a lot on his chest, so you know I had to open that up from the come through, and of course Cassie of that nature. Shout out to Rob with the $5 super. Shout out to all the super chat. He says, "I'm off now, Ryan. Enjoy your weekend, and thank you for everything you do for the community, man. Thank you for Cassie and Strictly for coming through. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Rob Jones, man. Dope people, man. I see him always supporting people's podcast. I mean, there's honestly, man, like I can't say it enough, man. Like, there's a lot of dope people. As fucked up as the community can be, man. I've seen some dope ass people, man. Like I've met and seen and interacted with some dope people, bro. So shout out to y'all in the chat, man. I really mean that. Like I love dope people. You know what I'm saying? I like people who really have genuine intentions. People who really love what they love gaming. You know what I'm saying? So man, like honestly, man, shout out to y'all for real.
There's so many genuinely awesome people that I've come across. And for that one awesome person, it makes me like not even think about like the 10 plus assholes. Like seriously, y'all do really, really make it worth hanging out with y'all.
Yeah, because they don't like cats.
All right, whatever, bro. Whatever, bro.
Also, who in the chat does not have God of War Ragnarok? Man, I want to give away a copy of God of War Ragnarok.
I
really do, man. I want to give away a copy. I do, man. It's the holiday season, man. I like giving away stuff every now and then, bro. Like,
see, that's that dad mentality.
There you go.
Bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, that's what it gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna get into it with people every now and then. That's just the personality I have. But I'm a genuine person. And look, man, at the end of the day, hey, man, I'm gonna help people out. You know what I'm saying? With what I can.
See, Wubby, hashtag stop the cat.
Yo, see, Wubby must be stopped, bro. He been in the chat kind of going crazy. He must be stopped. He must be stopped.
Awesome. My cat's not orange. Stop the cat. That cat, dude.
He must be stopped. He must be stopped. And shout out to Bit for really dealing with me today, because I didn't cuss Bit Cloud out. No. But man, we've been playing COD. Listen, y'all know. Look, this is the flaw in me, man. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, this is a flaw in me, bro. I do not like losing. I am a winner. I am like Coach Boone off of Remember the Titans, bro. Like,
damn,
I am a winner.
That's a throwback. That's a good one.
And so we was playing Warzone, and I said, "Bit, what the fuck?" Like, you know what I'm saying? And he said, "Man, it's all good. Like, I get it." You know, so I was like, "Yo, my fault, man. God, forgive me." Like, I hate losing.
Yeah. This man was like, "What's the name from?"
So shout out to Bit for dealing with me today. Shout out to Bit.
Nah, you good? You like dude from Rocky? He's like, "Throw in the damn towel!" Like,
hey, man, you can't win rock. It's suicide. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just throw in the towel.
You feel me? Let me see. What's dude's name? Games Lord for PS4, man. If you're on Twitter, man, tweet me at STLCTY03, and I'll copy that God of War copy on PS4.
That's awesome.
We got a Sony Santa Monica tester in the chat. What up, Liker? What's going on, brother? Good to see you.
What up?
Good to see you, brother.
What's going on?
You caught us at the end, brother, but hey, watch the replay. You already know. Everybody who came through, you know, chilled and just hung out, you know, heard me go off. I didn't even go off. Ironically, I'm too old for this shit. But y'all heard me talk. Y'all heard me speak my mind about a few things before we got into the show topics. Appreciate y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Make sure you guys, seriously, do me a huge favor. You know, Strickland's already in the chat. His name's in the chat, but Strickland, I got him featured on my channel, but put a link to your channel in the chat. Same thing goes for Cassie.
There ain't no point, because I don't even be doing shit with the channel.
Well, hey, you gotta do
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I stopped giving a shit because it ain't nothing but politics, and I gotta talk about topics I don't even like talking about. I don't even care. So just follow me on Twitter.
This is why, for me, I don't just talk about video games.
Oh, you came in at the
like,
$6 price tag. Okay. Yep.
I gotta be able to speak my mind about any kind of entertainment that I'm interested in. So that's why, like, for me, I have my channels. It's a lot of gaming, but it's also talking about franchises that I love and film, like Halloween.
Y'all talk about catnip, you know, cat food. Y'all talk.
It ain't go there yet. It ain't go there yet.
Y'all talking about how, you know,
This man said catnip, dog.
But tonight I'm gonna be playing some games around like 8:30 Eastern. So if y'all want to come hang out, it's gonna be a good time as always.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thanks.
That you know, again, make sure you guys check out Strictly. You know, again, if you don't upload on his YouTube, check out his why the hell am I getting a phone call? Make sure you guys check out his Twitter and join his community. You know, that right there is a good joint he got going on right there. Actual legit thing, good thing. Go check that out. Make sure you guys be part of it. You know, share the love of gaming, everything in nature. Of course,
Hit
Cassie,
the like button.
she has a podcast as well. You know, she's too Hollywood to invite me, so and that's how she be.
I mean, I'm so bad at inviting people, but if you're free Thursdays, I mean,
this
hey,
is
why
me
not?
you're talking to, and you're asking me, "Am I free on a Thursday?" This is big clout. I make room for I make time for everybody. That's what I do. But shout out to Cassie, man. Check her out. She just reached over 1,000 subs. She getting up there, so you know.
Yeah.
Genuinely one of my favorite people on the app, dog. Genuinely, man. Cassie, dope people, man.
It's amazing when you could come across people that y'all may not like the same things, but we have an understanding, we have a respect for each other. We can be cool, we can hang out like all the time. Like, to me, I value that more than people that are just yes sir, yes sir men. Like, you know,
I don't like that shit.
It's essential to growth.
No,
it's essential to growth, man.
Yeah,
it genuinely is.
I don't like that shit neither, though. It's like, yo, we all gotta agree on something. Like, no, we don't have to agree on everything. We all can have a different opinion. And dudes who want to ghost you and that funny, hey, guess what? Ghost them out your life, period. If people act like that, that's just how it is. I really needed this, though, y'all. I needed this shit before we got into the main show. I had to speak my mind. It's been too long since I haven't spoken to you all on some serious topics. So,
Games Lord, this is not. Ask anybody in the chat. Ask anybody that know how I go on Twitter, bro. This is not a game. As soon as you tweet me, bro, you're gonna have that shit in less than 5 minutes.
Unless you got a Discord, maybe you can DM on Discord. Maybe you got that too.
If he has Discord, yeah, he can do that too.
Yeah, just join our Discord in the chat below. If you haven't done so, hit that like button. Everybody came through, appreciate it, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Happy Saturday.
Next time, y'all be good. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy gaming. We out of here. Catnip.
Okay.
We're breaking strictly while I'm saying catnip. Like,
yo, you stupid. You stupid, man.